Hey everyone, John here, All Miniatures Great and Small. Today we're doing another episode of What's on the Table. This time it's just a continuing report on my Japanese for Flames of War. So these are 15mm Japanese figures from Battlefront Miniatures. They were kind enough to send me a review copy of the Japanese starter box. So I decided to try to batch paint the infantry as fast as I can, but with life and everything that goes with it. It is a little slow, a little bit slower than I'd hoped. So I thought I'd go with my progress so far. So I've got the infantry in a good place. I think I like where they are. I still have some work to do, but you can see they're pretty darn close. The Japanese themselves, if you watch my review of the unboxing, are good figures. They're a little bit older. There was some flashing, but not too much. There are a few poses that are not my favorite, that just kind of look awkward, I think, on the stand. But otherwise, pretty good set. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with these. So what do I have in here? I've got all the infantry and artillery in the starter box. So I have two basic full platoons of infantry. There are 10, so in each one of these platoons, there are 10 rifle team stands. So that's 9 of the big ones, plus the HQ, or the platoon commander, counts as a rifle team. Then you can take 3, but you can upgrade to 4 of these little mortars. They're like 50mm mortar teams. Then you can also upgrade it with an additional heavy machine gun and an anti-tank rifle team. So these are maxed out as much as you can do for the Japanese infantry platoon. So I've got 2 full-strength ones. The HQ is made up of 2 stands. And one of the things I haven't done yet, you'll see here, is I haven't painted the flags yet. There are flags randomly on these guys. You can kind of see hanging off the rifles and stuff like that. That's one of those things I haven't got to yet. Eventually it'll look something like that. Just adds a little spot of color to these otherwise kind of drab colored stands. Then the Japanese are really interesting. They only have 2 team artillery units. So they're going to be pretty easy to knock out, but they're not super expensive. All told here, I believe this is 39 points. And that doesn't include the tanks. And I am working on the tanks. Those will be the subject of a different video. But right now I've just got them cleaned up and primed. I haven't started that journey yet. And that'll be a different video. For those who ask, I always get at least someone asking about these models. I'll go over some of the paints that I used here. And again, I was going for speed with these guys. These are some of the cool poses. Let me see if I find that pose that I did not like. I guess there's nothing bad with this pose, except the gun is like, with the bayonets, lower than the feet. So I had to kind of have it, I guess you could bend it so it's parallel to the feet, but it's right at foot level, which I didn't really like. And this charging guy who's kind of hunched over like that, not my favorite pose. That's probably my least favorite pose. Still totally acceptable and good. There's only a few of those figures, but I thought I'd throw it in there. And otherwise, all the other figures I think are fantastic. All right, so the uniform, I just used a combination of Japanese uniform and Middlestone. I would add some khaki to lighten these up, just a little bit for a highlight layer. But basically, I threw that down, brown wash, then dry brush them back up a little bit. The straps on the soldiers for their equipment is just khaki. I use this. I was out of Vallejo khaki, so Pro Acryl I've been using a lot of. I wish they had more military colors. I love their stuff. The helmets were English uniform. All the browns, so the shoes, the bags, I just did one color of brown, which I used saddle brown. I really like it. It's a reddish brown, so the rifles are painted that, the satchels. And then depending on what you wash it with, so like I washed the rifles with just a brown, I washed the backpacks a brown black, so they're a little bit different shades, so you can kind of see on there what I'm talking about. And then I love this is my favorite, kind of gunmetal metallic is this. So I use that for the bayonets and the rifle barrels and all that stuff. But otherwise, so far so good. I definitely want to buy when they're available. As of filming, I don't think they've released the individual blister packs for additional infantry. So I want to pick up at least one more platoon of these guys, maybe two. I would like to field one as an engineer platoon. I think the infantry are going to be the strong part, the strong suit of any Japanese army because they're just so good. With their bonsai special rule, you can't fall back from defensive fire. You're always going to get into contact. Unless you're shot dead, like every infantry team is killed. Now you are hit on 4s in defensive fire you are killed on 4+ instead of 3+ in defensive fire. But I just think that's a super strong ability. So there you go. That's just a quick update. I will be doing a separate unit overview for stuff in the Japanese box here soon, so you have that to look forward to. But otherwise, as always, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.